Hello, welcome to today's Studio Army Review. Today we're going to kind of talk about the Icarus Lascannon. Now, the model you see in front of you, it's actually a dust model that I used to represent the Icarus Lascannon. Games Workshop has their own version. Now, the Icarus Lascannon is actually something that is used in the Stronghold Assaults supplement. Basically, it can be added to many of the fortifications. So, for example, the Age of Defense line, the Bastion, the Imperial Bunkers, the Firestorm Redoubt, they can all be upgraded with an Icarus Lascannon instead of maybe like the quad cannon. So, what is it about this that's maybe good or not? So, in my particular army, I don't have a lot of Imperial Army. I don't have a lot of anti-flyer capability. I currently only have 2 fighters. One is a lightning fighter, one is a lightning strike fighter. So one is good at air-to-air, the other one's not so much. So it's kind of nice to have the extra anti-aircraft. Now this is a 96-inch range, strength 9 AP2 weapon. It has Skyfire Interceptor. It only has 1 shot, but still, that's 1 shot that I can fire when the opponent comes in off of reserves. And it can go against basically skimmers and go against flyers. That's actually pretty useful. AP2 gives me a possibility of exploding it via enemy vehicle. That's always nice to have. But it costs basically 35 points as an upgrade. So I will probably use it occasionally. I can't say that I'll be using it frequently, as it is definitely a way to go against flyers. I don't end up fighting many opponents who have flyers, though. There may be the occasional Valkyrie when there's an Imperial Guard player, but it seems like most of the players I run up against don't favor flyers. Don't know why that is. It's a personal preference of each of them. So I'm sure that I'll run across certain guys who will want to fire or fly flyers, while others won't. Now, if I go up against Eldar, I'm probably more likely to use this because of the sheer volume of skimmers they have anyway. And not that I usually go up against Tau, but again, if I run into Tau that use vehicles, I'd be able to use this as well. Problems with Tau, that a lot of the lists are purely suits, and so the Icarus Lascannon isn't really going to help you much, because you're going to be snap firing anything that stands on the ground, even the huge Storm Surge. So. But still, Strength 9 AP2 is a good quality weapon. Now, I will build this into my guard lists whenever I go up against Imperial Guard and I want to actually model a fortification. I don't usually use fortifications. In general, I like to use my points in my guard army to put into tanks and what have you. But if I do decide to run a fortification, this will be an upgrade. I'll most likely use the Age of Defense line. So this is a pretty cheap way to get, with a 50-point Aegis Defense line and a 35-point Icarus Lascannon. I think that's a pretty fair trade. That's not a bad spent points cost. So when you consider putting in a special weapon like this, this is definitely a specialist weapon. If you think about it, it is a one-shot, I'll call it a one-shot wonder almost. It is great against the flyers. It is strength 9, so you're going to be glancing most things, auto-glancing most things, and a lot of stuff you're going to be glancing on 3s. So that's a pretty good chance of you putting some heavy firepower down. Since this is actually a gun emplacement, it's got toughness 7, 2 wounds, and armor 3. So it's not going to be easy to take out, though it can be, especially with some of the high power weapons. So it might get targeted early. But since it's a gun emplacement, you can send one of your better characters up to it to get a better ballistic skill applied to it. It's not an automatic targeting weapon, so you're not using ballistic skill 2. You could send one of your veterans up there to get ballistic skill 4 and hit 2/3 of the time. Or hopefully you may even have other characters who might have a better ballistic skill. So it does have its place. I basically got this model in exchange, basically in a bits exchange. Just happened to get it, and I thought, hey, I love the look of it. I'm just going to paint it up. So I'll have it in my collection, but you might not see it often on the table. I prefer to go after flyers with flyers, and that's just my personal preference. Even though flyers are a much more expensive way to deal with flyers. So, all right. So, just want to give you a little update. I thought I'd also go ahead and show some more pictures of the paint detail on this particular model. So, go ahead and take a look at the next few pictures to get a closer look of the model, and then I'll see you in the next video. All right. Bye-bye.